Hey, this is Principal Bob, the Electric Principal, and my last video, or second to last video, talked a lot about the 24 versus the 25 Ioniq 5. And you know, in that video, I came down pretty hard that for the money, you'd be better off buying a 24, even with all these fantastic upgrades. And those upgrades include, you know, basically a North American charging standard port, Tesla. I had a hard time spitting that out, but North American charging standard Tesla port on the side. I kind of wish they would have put that on the left side, just like the Tesla, because then you'd fit perfectly into those slots. But hey, they put it right where the old ones are. You're gonna get a bigger battery, and bigger batteries are great because they give you more range. So this car is gonna give you 20 to 25 more miles of range because we've increased the battery size of this particular model. We put a rear windshield wiper on the back of this thing. Miracle of miracles, we finally got that. For so many people, that's such a hang-up that we didn't have a rear windshield wiper on the back of this car. But you know, to be honest with you, it never was a big deal to me, but this car's got it. So if you're one of those people waiting for a rear windshield wiper, this is the car for you. But you know, we've got a little better bumpers now, a little different design than they were before. We've added a few extra accents to this. We even put in heated rear seats in this version of the Limited, which is really good because people always ask me, does the car have it? We don't, but we do now. The other thing we did on this car, I shouldn't say we, Hyundai did, was I like the new rims. This is a limited trim. Those look great. People loved or hated the rims on the 24, but I think that people are going to like this because they're a little more understated. I like understated. That's what I want on a car. I don't want it so that they stand out like a spaceship, like on the 24s. But I think the most exciting things that have happened are really on the interior of the car. So let's start with the interior that looks like it's right out of the Santa Fe. If you've driven a Santa Fe or any Hyundai product, this steering wheel is going to look very familiar. The end has a couple more buttons, but basically this is like going back home to a very accessible steering wheel. So we have the new center console that simply puts your phone where you can see it upright. Two nice cup holders here, and of course, like the other Limited, you can move this console back and forth. The other thing I like is you look at where we have our cooling seats, heated steering wheel, bird's eye view camera. It's all right here, and they're all real buttons. And I like the fact that I can just push these buttons and instantly have command of that without having to go through a screen or on a menu. As you can see, we've also moved to USB 3 ports in this car, and you can still move the selector switch from just simply being a USB port to being a plug-in for your Apple CarPlay or Android, although this car does come with wireless CarPlay, which I've never been a big fan of because in so many cars it doesn't work all that well. The fact that NACS charging port is going to allow you to charge a little quicker than a current 24 Ioniq 5 will, because they've changed some of the hardware in the car so that it charges, maybe 20 kilowatts faster. On a 24, if I plugged into a Tesla charger with the Magic Dock, specially designed that would work with this 24 version of this car, I'd get 100 kilowatts. It was great. It was all the way across. In many ways, it was as fast as a Model 3 because all the way into the charge, I would get that 100 kilowatts. But they actually upped the charging on this one, and when Tesla finally gets around to putting in their new V4 standard chargers, 1,000 kilowatt chargers, you're going to see the charging speeds of these cars go up dramatically. It'll be to the point that we currently have when you plug into a CCS 350 kilowatt Electrify America. You're going to be there. You're going to have those speeds, which will be great. So this is going to be the latest XRT version of the Ioniq 5, and if you want a car that's very Colorado-y, this would be the one with those nice rims, higher suspension. You've also got tow hooks on the front, and I suppose at 320 horsepower you could tow somebody. But a very nice style, very nice design. Hyundai's doing some exciting things, and you'll see that at the show, from their hydrogen car, which they never gave up on, maybe they should, but they never have, to this example of how can we do things differently.